Good morning, you guys. It is Monday. I've not vlogged for a while. I'm trying not to throw up. Give me a minute. So, I'm masking. It's one of the, it's like a Dead Sea mask. I love it. There's so much in the jar though. I feel like I'm not going to get it used up before it goes bad. But the reason that I was going to throw up is, in case you didn't know, I'm pregnant. Not nauseous though. At least I wasn't. But I just tried to take one of these freaking horse pills. That's the prenatal vitamins. It got stuck in my throat, which is the first time I've had it happen that badly. And I completely gagged myself. Like, couldn't breathe. Water and pill were stuck in my throat. Got it all out in the sink, and it triggered my gag reflex. And I really thought I was gonna throw up. TMI. That was a close call. I never threw up with my first pregnancy. So far, I've had very mild nausea with this pregnancy. Being my second, it's mostly just been like exhaustion, like really tired, light nausea. I've had, yeah, over the weekend I almost puked. But this was the closest call, and it was caused because I got a pill stuck in my throat. I don't know why they make these things so dang chalky. Like, can you guys, I don't know if you can tell. Hi, Nugget. You just come. He didn't know I had a mask on my face, and when I turned around to look at him, like, his eyes got real big, and he just like walked away. I don't want to know. Anyways, I don't know why they make these things so chalky. Like, why can't they put like a nice little coating on it to make it go down easier? Because they're ginormous, right? Like, that, you would consider that a horse pill. They're huge. And then they're gritty, so they just want to stick in your throat. And I really need to take one, but I'm not really looking to do it again. And I just noticed that we have a K-cup that is open. Hot cocoa. I saw little black specks on my counter last week. It was like 2 or 3, really tiny, and it was right after I'd taken some chicken out of the oven. I a little overburnt it, and I wasn't exactly sure. I don't think I burnt the chicken. No, I put cheese on it, and some of the cheese got burned. I got on the pan, and I wasn't sure if it was mouse droppings or if it was burnt cheese. I wasn't entirely sure. So I cleaned and sanitized everything. I checked all my breads, and I didn't see anything being chewed on, because I've got a squash in here. I've had bananas sitting up here, and my squash is not chewed on at all. But I just noticed this. I don't know if this is a new thing or, and why would you want to go after hot cocoa if you were a mouse and not a squash or a banana? There was a banana sitting here too. We also have a can of nuts. It's in plastic though. So now I need to check my breads, because clearly we have a mouse. My cats need to start doing their job. Get to work, boys. So anyway, yeah, ever since we had this house next door demolished, like, the folks on the other side said that they've gotten mice, and they're blaming it. They said mice and roaches, and they're blaming it on the house coming down. And I don't know that I buy that. And then I was talking to my neighbor on the other side of me over the weekend, and she said that she has mice for the first time also, and that she thinks it's from this house coming down. But when we went in to check the house, like when we bought it before we had it demolished, like, these people left food everywhere, and there was no signs of mice. Like, nothing chewed on, and like, they did weird shit with their food. Like, they would get like a bag of egg noodles and open them, and it didn't look like they cooked any of the egg noodles, and they would just like close the bag up, stick it back in the counter. They did that with a lot of stuff, like Knorr ready meal rice mixes. They would open it, not use it, and stick it back in their cabinet. Just like weird stuff. And so there was tons of just like open food in there, and other than flies, like, we didn't see any signs of mice. Like, there was no droppings, there was like nothing looked like it was chewed on, and that place sat for like a month empty, and you would think if mice had gotten there, like, they would have ran rampant. I also didn't see any signs of roaches, and roaches go everywhere. which we have not gotten any roaches. We haven't gotten any roaches, and this is the first signs of mice in our house. So I don't know. And then like the house is gone now. Like there's a pile of rubble. I can show it to you in a second. Like there's just like a pile of rubble left. Like I don't think the mice are coming from that house. Like I really don't think they had mice. Anyway, what we have noticed is that we have mice in our garage. And that's why I bring up mice going rampant if they had been in the house, because we have a couple of mice in our garage and we haven't really done anything about it. I guess we probably need to. There's no food out there for them. So I just kind of thought they'd go away, because I did have a bag of bird seed out there, and they got in the garage, they got in the bird seed and made a giant mess. So I cleaned up all the bird seed and I thought, okay, they'll leave because there's nothing out here to eat. But they're still out there, because anytime I go in the garage, a mouse jumps off something and runs. At least one. So I would think that if I'm seeing mice in my garage, and my garage is full of shit right now, I would think that if I was seeing mice in my garage and there's no food in there for them to eat, that if we walked into the house that's empty with tons of food and there was mice, like you would think you'd see them running, and you're not seeing them at all. So yeah. Anyway, people are saying it's because of this house. The house hasn't been there. It got torn down in June. They've been pulling the rubble out. I mean, the whole thing's a mess. I'm going to make a whole video about this mess we've had to deal with this contractor. Like, I don't want to put out his personal information. So it's not going to be like a review over his company. But it is, but like, without the name. Like, I'm going to get there just so people can have like a life lesson from what we learned when dealing with a contractor. The whole thing's been a mess, and there's still stuff out there. It's been over 4 months. Anyway. I don't think there's mice living in the rubble. I mean, there could be, I guess, but like, I don't know what they're eating. Like, so wherever they're coming from, I don't know. But I don't think it's from that house being torn down. The groundhogs, yes. Yeah, there was like a groundhog burrow under that house. The house, when they went to tear it down, he realized didn't really have a foundation. It was only like 8 inches off the dirt. And there was holes all through the foundation of the house, which we already knew about. And groundhogs had burrowed under there and had like burrows. And when the house got demolished, they got dispersed. And now they've taken up underneath of my neighbor over here's her back porch and her shed. So something has to be done about those guys. They're so cute, but in the state of Indiana, like, I'm pretty sure they're considered a pest animal, and I don't think you can legally relocate them. Like, if you get caught, there'd be a hefty fine, because you can't go put them on like a farmer's land because they tear up fields. You can't put them anywhere near the people's houses. Like, it's kind of one of those pest animals that, like, you have to euthanize. And I don't want to do that. Like, I haven't even put mouse traps out in my garage, okay? Like, anyway. So, and like, it's not, I don't want to sound like a sissy. Like, I don't know, because I feel like I have different views on killing animals and other, oh my god, I thought there was a mouse in there. I was looking at this, and like a lump of the cocoa rolled over that was like dried into a ball, and I thought it was the mouse, and I was about to scream. Y'all was about to get a show. Anyways, I don't know, like, I grew up with my dad as a hunter. I've gone squirrel hunting. I hate calling an animal like a pest animal. Granted, Canadian geese, holy cow, we get hordes of those things. It's really tempting to just run them over. They're horrible here. Anyways, but like, I'm not against hunting for food, but like trophy hunting that just takes the antlers, like, I don't agree with that. And killing animals that are pests, I understand it has to be done, but like, I don't like doing it. Like, if I'm gonna kill something, it needs to be because I'm gonna eat it. And I'm not looking to eat mice. And I'm not so sure about groundhogs. I've heard they taste like beef. I guess I'd try it, but I don't really want to mess with skinning a groundhog. They just look fatty to me. They look like really fat animals. I don't know how much meat you'd get off a groundhog. Enjoy that little jingle. So, yeah, and like, if an animal is hurting and in pain, it needs to be euthanized, even if it means like you gotta shoot it. Like, because I've had that happen. Well, I guess I haven't really had that happen. I thought I was gonna have it happen. I ran over a rabbit one time. It was like really dark, big old rabbit, ran out in front of my car. Like where I grew up, there was like, I don't exactly know what you want to call it. It was kind of like a farm, but it was like full of exotic animals. It was really neat. I got to work there for a little bit. I should do a full story time on that. But like a lot of times people will get rabbits and they end up getting way bigger than you expect, or like you just can't handle them. And a lot of people would take their rabbits to this lady and she would house them. And she had like a whole rabbit enclosure area. But some of them sometimes would get out and then they'd mate with like the regular rabbit population. I don't know that this one was mated with anything or if it was just like, because it was like a big black rabbit. And we don't have black rabbits around here. We have like brown little bunnies, little cottontails. Anyway, I was driving home. It was late. It ran out in front of me. I couldn't stop. I hit it. Felt so bad. It was just down the street from my house. I went and parked my car, went back down to get the rabbit because the house that I hit it in front of had children, and I was going to feel so bad if these kids went out in the morning and seen like a big dead bunny. Like, so, and I also didn't know if it was dead or not, and I don't want to leave an animal to suffer, so I took my pistol and I was going to go put it down if it was still alive. It wasn't. It died, I'm guessing, instantly, and I took and threw it in my trash can, which, well, like the city trash can, you know, the one that the city picks up. My mother was not pleased. I was like 17. She was like, why'd you put a bunny in our trash can? It's gotta stink. And I was like, I don't want these kids to come out and see a dead bunny. Anyway, I understand that sometimes it has to happen. But like, if it doesn't have to happen, or like you're not gonna eat the animal, like I don't like killing. Like, you know, like I don't have the heart for it. You need help skinning anything, let me know. I will come. No big deal. Like in anatomy class for college anatomy, we had to skin cats. Like they came dead already. And I remember like I got paired up with like the only guy in class. So like he didn't care. And like I grew up out in the woods, my dad hunting and like skinning things and eat, like it wasn't a big deal to me. And so like all the girls were like, oh my God, it looks like my Fluffy. And like, I can't do it. And like me and this guy, even with him, I was like, here, hold the back leg. Zoop, pull it down like a pair of pants. Like, I don't know. Like, I know how to skin an animal. It's not, I don't know. Anyways, probably not something to brag about. So, yeah, we have mice. We clearly have one in the house. We need to do something about that. Why don't you do something about that? Isn't that why we have you? Isn't that your job? Go find the mouse. Fetch, boo-boo. Go do your job. I don't know if you'd know what to do with a mouse if you've even seen one. Oliver's such a scaredy cat. He'd probably run the other way. So anyway, I'm gonna go wash my face. The only downside to this mask, and I'll show it to you. I mean, if you guys want, I can link it below. I love it. I think it's a really good mask. It does a lot. Like my skin just feels super clean after using it, and my pores are definitely smaller. But it's the Majestic Pure I don't know, Dead Sea Mud Mask. I'll link it below. I really like it. Giant jar. Like I said, I feel like it's gonna dry out before I get it used up. But the only downside is that it makes a muddy mess in my sink. Like I will show you my sink really quickly. I mean, I needed to clean it anyways. It had toothpaste spots in it. But this is what I'm gonna show you is just from cleaning my finger off. Okay, so all of this you're seeing here, all these black specks, all of this was just from cleaning my finger off after applying the mask. Like it just makes a giant mess in your sink. So yeah, it's kind of a pain. I'm gonna wash it off in the shower today and see if maybe that doesn't make a difference. Make it like an easier cleanup, but that's my only complaint with this mask. So I didn't even get to take a shower. My son comes to the kitchen gate carrying a Slurpee lid. I had a blue Slurpee last night. I made the mistake of leaving it sit on the, what do you call it? The side table of the couch overnight. He tried to drink it this morning, dumped it everywhere. All over his pants. It was all over the floor. I mopped it up and now I need to like actually mop. I just got it all up with a towel. And then it was all over the couch cushion, so I need to wash that. It's all over right here, so I need to get some work stuff to clean that. And then I'm like sitting in my kitchen and I'm like, I don't know why we have a mouse, like we have cats and I keep the kitchen clean. Like what are they living off of other than hot cocoa? Clearly we're disgusting because there's a ton of crumbs, goldfish, lots of things here for a mouse to live off of. I mean, hashtag trash panda. Okay, we're just disgusting apparently. So I'm gonna vacuum all this and then I'm gonna go get me a shower. Okay, that is much better. So I did not get to take a shower this morning. It just didn't happen. I've just been working on cleaning because I want to make sure that anything that like a mouse might want to get into isn't readily available. I talked to my mom and she suggested that at night I should put the animals' food away so they can't get into that, so that's a good idea. And my husband said tonight we're gonna go get traps. But I just made my son lunch, so I'll show you what he is gonna be eating today. Okay, so he's got some cherry tomatoes, some chicken nuggets, some pretzels, some honey mustard for dip, and some strawberry milk. Things falling over. So for lunch today, I'm having a turkey and cheese lunch meat sandwich, some pretzels. I've got some honey mustard to dip my pretzels in, and a Canada Dry ginger ale. So my child is currently playing and laying in a pile of his dirty clothes, and he thinks it's hilarious. Don't pick your nose. That's gross. So with his laundry, he has so much. We've been so blessed. We haven't really had to buy him a lot of clothes because family has just given us lots and lots of hand-me-downs, along with like my mom and my mother-in-law buying him a lot of clothes. So we've been very blessed. And just to make sure everything gets worn like at least once, like I typically don't do his laundry very often. It just kind of piles and piles and piles. Well, he's finally run out of pajamas. So his laundry basket is full of just pajamas. I just went through and dug out all his jammies. And I was just kind of sorting and throwing the other dirty stuff on the floor. And then the jammies in here. And he came in and decided to roll on top of all of his dirty clothes. You're a goober. You're in your nap time, aren't you? I mean, the worst thing that's on these clothes would probably be like food that got stuck on them. I'm not that worried about it. It's not like he has blowouts anymore, but still. I think you're ready to go to bed, aren't you? You ready to go night-night? Okay, guys, it is like 2 o'clock. I'm pooped. My son just went down for a nap. You might be able to hear him. He's not happy about it. But I got 2 loads of laundry put away, 1 load put in the wash, sorted out all of my son's pajamas to go in the wash after he gets up from a nap and I get up because I'm going to take a nap. Dishes washed, dishes put away, kitchen cleaned, kitchen floor swept, cleaned the kitchen table off, which is full of stuff. I feel like I've just been doing stuff all morning. I'm not sure there's a whole lot to show about it, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to take a nap because I need one. So the boy and I are up from our naps. I went ahead and got his pajamas going in the wash, and I brought up a load of clothes I need to put away, but I'm just feeling kind of nauseous. So I'm going to eat some dry pretzels, same kind I had with my lunch, and I'm going to drink the rest of my ginger ale. Hopefully that will help. Dry pretzels have been amazing this pregnancy. Like anytime I feel nauseous and I eat those, they help so much. Like I'm like, where were these with my first pregnancy? Like I had nausea a lot more with my first pregnancy, and I ate a lot of saltine crackers, and sometimes they'd work, sometimes they wouldn't. I didn't think to try pretzels, dry pretzels, but these have a place in my heart forever. So I'm gonna go eat some pretzels and drink my ginger ale and see if that doesn't help. The demo guy showed up today, so he's out there working. Shook. Because he went like 3 weeks where he didn't show up at all. He's gotten quite a bit done today. So, oh, he might have left. I'll turn you guys around and show you what he's done. There's like a giant pile of rubble right there, and now it's pretty much gone. And then he's finally gotten all this taken care of, but it's taken forever, like 4 months for him to do all this. And he could have went a lot faster. There's a lot of days when he just didn't show up. Like I said, he went like 3 weeks without coming out, so it's finally getting somewhere, but dealing with this guy's been a pain in the butt. And like we've told him we don't want him grassing it. Like don't bother with grassing it, because And he hasn't responded to that text message. I should have went out and talked to him today. I don't want to deal with him. But yeah, like you're supposed to grass your seed here like no later than the mid of October. That would technically probably been like last week, maybe the beginning of this week. So like if you got it in by Wednesday, maybe it would be okay. But like we've already had our first frost. So at this point, it's kind of like, why pay to have him grass it when the grass won't grow next spring if it's too late in the season? Like that's just a waste of money on our part. So my husband said, don't bother grassing it and we'll do it next year. So we'll see how that all works out. My kid's screaming, so I gotta go find out what's going on. His car probably got stuck on the car track, you know, life devastating issues. But we'll go figure out what's going on there. You ready for story time? Ka.
Away.
Yeah?
Ka. Away.
Away.
Ka. Away.
Good morning, vlog. We just finished story time. We haven't been here in a while. A couple of weeks. 'Cause I had like this horrible chest infection and he had it too for like a week. I had it for like 2 weeks. And then last week we had a play date with my cousin and her kids. So we haven't been like 3 weeks. But trying to get that back into our routine. So it was a packed house today and Levi did really good. So I'm really proud of him because sometimes he struggles. Because like during the songs and the activities, he does really good. But like having to sit through a book, that's hard for him. He'll stick it out for a few pages or if it's a small book. But if it's a bigger book, that's hard for him. So yeah, we're finishing that. And now we're going to go pick up my dad to go to the mall and have pretzels with Grandpa. So yeah, I guess we're gonna head that way then. Oh, you found the horn? Beep beep. Driving. So we just dropped my dad back off at their house. My dad and mom are working on a project in their laundry room. They're doing a little upgrading, I guess not a full remodel, but putting in some shelves and stuff and fixing things up in there. So I didn't really film any when we were having pretzels because I don't get to spend a lot of time with my dad just because of his work schedule. He works nights. So I didn't film just because I wanted to be like, you know, present in there. Where you going, kiddo? So we still have a little bit of time. Levi's naps are about 2 o'clock now. So I thought I'd bring him to the park to run. And he is currently the only kid here. So we have the park to ourselves. So we're just gonna hang out and have some fun for an hour or so. And I'm thinking about going and getting a lottery ticket because it's up to like what, like $1 billion or something like that. And I guess if you win, you have to pay so much taxes, like you only end up walking away with like $9 million. That's the last I heard on it. Like you win like $2 billion and you got to pay like $1 trillion in taxes. I'm just kidding. But like you only get $9 million out of it. But my husband and I were talking about it. He was joking. He was like, so are we going to buy a lottery ticket? Because last time it got really big, we bought a lottery ticket. And he was like, are we going to buy one this time? I said, might as well. Our chances are as good as anybody else's. So after here, I might go to the gas station and waste $2. Might as well flush it down the toilet pretty much. But you never know. Maybe we'll get lucky. Levi, you wave? Where are you going to go from there? Levi. Levi. Get your foot stuck? Where you going? Can you come back up here? Yeah? Can you climb that? Can you climb this? I bet you can. Climb up. There you go, you got it. You're not gonna come up all the way? Whee! No, don't throw stuff back up on the slide. No, no. Pick it up. Thank you. Is there water in the tunnel? Did you get a wet butt? I think you might be having a friend come play. Don't throw your stick at me. No. No. Look at me. Look at me. We don't, hey. We don't throw sticks. Whee! You hear a siren? Yeah. That fire truck? Go slide on your belly. Go slide on your belly. So other kids started showing up at the park, and Levi decided he wanted to leave. He went over to the gate, and I was hanging out, and I was like, "Do you want to leave?" And he starts like pulling the gate. And I'm like, "Okay, I guess we'll head out." I don't think I showed you guys this. I think I put it on Instagram. I found some Michael Kors sunglasses out in the back alley. Like, what the heck? Like, I don't know if they're legit or not. I'm pretty sure they are. You guys can let me know. It's not really focusing, but it says Michael Kors on both sides. Coke? Keep him quiet for a second. He doesn't normally get Coke, and it started out him saying cup, and now he calls everything Coke, which is weird because he doesn't really get Coke very often. But anyway, like, he never gets his own Coke. Like, he'll drink some of mine every now and then. But anyway, found these out in the back alley. Like, someone tossed a bunch of stuff out there, and I got curious, so I went trash digging because I'm a trash panda, and found some Michael Kors sunglasses. I couldn't find these ones online. However, I seen that they range anywhere from like $75 to like $130, I think it was what it was. Like, even here on the inside it has like information, branding on it, so I think they're real. I don't know, it's kind of a cool find. I was excited about it. So now I need to figure out what lottery ticket it is that's like super big right now. I think it's Mega Millions or Powerball. Maybe it's Powerball. And I guess we're gonna go buy ourselves a lottery ticket. Maybe we'll win $9 million. I doubt it, but you know, maybe it's $900 million. That's what it is. I think it's up to like $2 billion, and after taxes, you walk away with like $900 million. Or you can. There's like two ways you can do it. You can either pay all your taxes up front and just take what they give you, which is like 900. Just take what they give you, which is like $900 million. Or you can do like settlements, where like they give you payments, and I guess you make more in the long run, but there's also more fees. I don't know. Like, I'd be okay with $900 million. Wouldn't hurt my feelings any. So got my Mega Millions ticket. We'll see if we don't become billionaires. And then I went ahead and got him a little chocolate chip cookie. These ones they have at the Speedway gas station are so good. And I got myself one too. I wanted a baked good so bad yesterday. Like, I just wanted something really like sweet and like, you know, a baked good, like a cookie or a brownie or something. So I didn't feel like cooking it myself. But got us each a cookie. He's back there. I gave him half to start because they're kind of big. Is that good? He's my little boy. You goober. So got our Mega Millions. Maybe we'll become billionaires. Doubtful. When I bought the ticket, the guy inside was like, you only want one. I guess people have been buying multiples, which makes sense, I guess, but like they're kind of expensive. Like I think I paid $4 in total, but $1 that was cookie, so like $3 for a ticket. And like I remember when I was a kid, like my mom would sometimes do the lottery, or my grandpa did the lottery religiously, but it was like $1. Do you guys remember that when it was like $1? Now it's like $2 to $3. So anyways, but the guy was like, you only want one. I was like, yeah, I'm probably just throwing away my money anyways. He just kind of smirked, but it's true. Probably won't win. Oh well, we're gonna give it a go. So we're gonna head on home and go take a nap, and I need to work on YouTube stuff. I'm so behind. Like, you guys don't even understand how many videos I have backlogged that I have not edited. Like, I've been filming, I just haven't been editing or uploading or posting. So I need to get my butt in gear, because like it's so easy to film. Like right now I'm just filming out during the day, but then when he goes down for a nap, like I want a nap, and when I nap, like we don't get anything done, because when he wakes back up, it's all snack time and play time, and then dad gets home and I gotta make dinner, and like, you know, it's life. So I have an Ipsy video uploaded. It's supposed to go out yesterday. Today's Tuesday. It's supposed to go out Monday, and I didn't post it yesterday, and I should have, but it's uploaded and ready. So I need to go like do the back end of that stuff, tagging and filling out description boxes and doing thumbnails and all that stuff, and post it, and then I can take a nap. Maybe if I was smart, I would just continue editing. So let me ask y'all a question. Are you guys at the age yet where you read the obituaries and the arrests? Because I am. Typically I don't see anybody in the obituary. Occasionally I will, and it's really sad because they're normally pretty young, but sometimes I see people in the arrests or sentencing part of the paper that I went to school with. Like this girl, I'll show you here in a second. Ashley, I went to high school with her, actually middle school, and her and I actually used to like hang out. She had a really rough home life. She had like social workers all the time, and it's kind of one of those things where like my mom wanted me to be friends with her. Like, you have to be nice to her because like she has it rough, and like I liked her, she was nice enough, but she definitely had problems. And yeah, it's sad. It's sad it turned out like that for her, but it's not shocking. But sometimes I'll see this. Like there was one the other day who got arrested for like a major drug bust in my city. It was like this huge drug bust, and he's in prison now. So, but again, it wasn't surprising. Like, he was psycho in high school, so it wasn't surprising he got caught up in meth and dealing meth, and like, and it looked like his dad did too, because there was another person who kind of looked like him and had the same last name, which is sad. But anyway, flipping over, anybody else? I don't think so. No, that's more obituaries and divorces. So yeah, I mean, sometimes I was looking through here a few weeks ago, and I seen one of my best friends from high school, and I sent her a text, and I was like, what are you getting arrested for? And it was a whole, her and her ex-husband were having problems, and it was a whole thing, turned into like a miscommunication. Cops got called. It was a thing. But yeah, you never know who you're gonna see in the paper. Hopefully never me. That's the plan. But yeah, I don't know. You guys flip through those yet or not? I do. So as I told you guys yesterday, we had a mouse, and I just seen it dead under the stove. Like, its face was poking out. I wasn't gonna show you guys a dead mouse, but I mean, it was kind of cute for a dead mouse, a little gray thing. But and it was kind of big. Like, at first I thought maybe it was like a baby mouse. No, it was pretty big. So hopefully that was it. I wonder if it died because it like ate aluminum foil and then cocoa powder. Or maybe the cat roughed it up, or maybe it found some poison. My grandma used to throw rat poison everywhere. So any of those are a possibility. My husband's making fun of me because I called him. Like, I snatched my kid, because my kid was in here with me, and I snatched him up. I was like, Mike, there's a dead mouse. And he came and did his husbandly duties of cleaning up the dead mouse, and now he's taking it outside. So yeah, there was a mouse. You didn't see it though. Car? Do you want to tell the vlog about your heroic duties of mouse cleanup? He hates being on camera. What?
Mine. You can get the next one.
He said that one was his. I have to get the next one. Technically, you've gotten 2 because when we first moved in, there was a dead one in the basement, and you cleaned that one up too. He's 2 for 2. So hopefully that was it on the mice front. I mean, I haven't seen any other mouse signs, but I still think we should get some traps just to be on the safe side. Because my mom's all like, well, if there's 1 that you see, there's probably like 5 that you don't, which we had that experience one time when I was a kid. Like, no joke. There was like a nest, and they were above my bed in the ceiling, and I would hear them at night, and I would call my parents in to come and hear it, and they'd go quiet. And they never heard it, and I was like, oh, it's nothing. And then my mom started seeing like signs of mice, and then she was like, we need to set traps. And then I swear in the span of like 3 or 4 days, we caught like 15 to 20 mice. Like, it was constant. Like, the traps were just constantly going off. So I feel better knowing at least one of them's gone out of the house. Yeah, I just thought I'd come in here and tell you that. I'm getting ready to do the dishes. Nothing really that exciting going on, but I'm a little creeped out about having my toes close to the counters. Good morning. It is Wednesday. Probably like around 10-ish, somewhere like 10-12 according to the clock. The boy and I had apples for breakfast, but I'm getting hungry. Apples don't stick around long, obviously. So I'm sticking some potatoes, some French fries in the oven for us to have a little snack to tide us over until lunch. I'm feeling super hungry, but I really don't feel like cooking. I'd like an egg sandwich. I'm gonna make that for lunch if I make it that far. Like, I am just feeling exhausted today. Like, I think Jelly Bean is having a growth spurt. This is starting to be a trend where at least once a week I just have a day where I'm just like dead to the world. We stay in pajamas all day, and I just make sure my kid doesn't die. Like, that's my main goal. Don't stick something in your mouth and don't choke. Do you have a clean diaper? Have you eaten? And that's just kind of all I do. Because I'm just drained all day. And this isn't as bad as it was the day last week when this hit me. Oh, that was awful. But I'm still feeling really, really tired. So, I don't know why I just spun in a circle. So hopefully maybe this will help perk me up a little bit. I need to like hire in a live-in maid / cook because I don't feel like doing any of that. But I don't expect we'll be doing a whole lot today. Staying inside. It is cold. I don't know what the temperature is. I just took the dog out, and it was like an icy wind. Like, it's a beautiful day, but there was like an icy wind, and I'm like, I'm not ready for this. Like, 65 degrees is about my preferred. Like, I want to be able to wear hoodies with shorts and flip-flops. That's just like where it's at for me. And that didn't really happen this year. We had like a week of that, and then it's like freezing bitter cold, and I'm like, no. Bring back like the 65, 70 degree weather. I don't need 80 and 90, okay? I like a light breeze, but I don't need it to be icy. Like, I feel like I need to start wearing gloves already because it's so cold outside. And here I've gone in a circle again in my kitchen. I'm just waiting on this to heat up. The oven's about heated up, so I'm gonna put these in the oven, and I guess I'll check in with you guys later. Working on making up some potato soup for dinner tonight. I had some baked potatoes left over in the fridge from my cousin's baby shower because we did a baked potato bar there. Hi, Nugget. Yes. What's the matter? You look grumpy. Did you get a toy stuck? Did it fall somewhere? Do you have 10 others of the same car that got stuck? Okay. Anyway, making potato soup. I've done like 2 cups chicken stock, 1 cup water, 1 cup milk. My baker's probably like 4 baked potatoes, can of corn, and then minced onion, steak seasoning, nature's seasoning, and just a little bit of garlic salt. And then I'll show you guys later. I'm gonna add cheese and like sour cream. And yes, Nugget. Is it all it's cracked up to be? And then, I'll show you guys later, I'm going to add sour cream and cheese, and I'm thinking about browning up some ground sausage to add. I don't know how that'd be. I don't have any bacon, but I'm thinking maybe some sausage would be good. Lunch today, Levi is having scrambled eggs, a little bit of melted cheese on top, and some grape juice. And then I'm having a cheese and egg sandwich with some honey mustard. Throw that right on top there. And that is lunch. After lunch, we're both going down for a nap. So I just wanted to take a quick minute and talk to you guys because I'm getting ready to pay. I don't want to show you all my information, but I'm getting ready to pay my my car registration, and it is stupid. Like, I'm paying it late because they give you like less than a month to come with all of the money for it. I guess we probably could have paid mine, but we owe like $400 in total for car registration, like a little over than that. But it would have been like $69 if I paid it on time, and I'm paying it late because it was due on the 14th, and it's now like the 23rd, I think, 24th, something like that. So now it's like $84. So it's like a $15 in late fees. Insane. But anyways, I waited to pay this because I was waiting on my YouTube check, because I normally make about $150 on YouTube. And I just want to come on here and talk to you guys about this a little bit, because it's because of you that I'm able to make this payment. And I just want to say thank you, because it's all of your support, and it's the time you spend watching my videos, it's the time you spend watching the ads on my videos that is giving me the money to pay for my car registration. As a lot of you probably know, I donated plasma for like the last year, and that was a big financial help to my family. My husband donated and I donated, and since I'm pregnant, I can't donate, and so that's like a nice little chunk of change every month that we're missing out on that we're used to having. So it's been kind of an adjustment for us. As I'm sure you've noticed, I've kind of stopped doing mukbangs. I can't really afford them right now. They're not exactly in the price range. Preparing for a new baby and everything, that's just not really there. So, you know, having that extra little chunk come in every month from YouTube, I mean, $150 isn't like a ton, but it's a big help to us. Like, I mean, I don't know how it is for other YouTubers, but like for my family, like an extra $150 is big for us every month. You know, it's paying, this month is paying my car registration. A couple months ago, it paid our cell phone bill. Like, it, you know, it pays our bills and it helps. And I just want to say thank you. And just, you know, a reminder is, if you ever want to support the YouTubers that you watch, I mean, Patreon's great. I'm sure I've never checked into it. Buying merch, I'm sure, is also fantastic. But if you just want to do the bare minimum to help out, just watch the ads. Like, just watch one ad per video that you watch. Like, that's all I ask. That's what I do personally when I'm watching YouTube. I don't always watch all the ads on a video, but I'll watch at least one, because that's all it takes. Like, watch at least one and you will help somebody immensely. So again, I just want to say thank you guys for letting me be able to make my car registration. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and call this and pay it, and I'm gonna go take a nap. So finishing up the potato soup, I'm gonna add in some cheese so it can melt. I have some of this in the fridge, so we're just gonna toss that in there as well. And then also what's left of my sour cream. So the soup is nice and cheesy. I did not do the ground pork, so we're opting out of the meat tonight, which is fine. I don't feel like getting that fancy about it, but it smells good. So dinner is done, waiting on the hubs to get home. And now I need to hop online and try to pay my car registration. I was gonna call to pay it, but they have a processing fee, which is like the dumbest thing in the world. Aren't processing fees at this point like ridiculous? Like, you go use a card at Walmart, you don't have a processing fee. Like, what is this? And especially since I'm paying like almost $50, like, or not 50, like almost $90. Like, why is there a processing fee on that? Ridiculous. Come on, BMV, get it together. We all know you're slow, but figure it out. So even by paying this online, there is still a transaction fee, and the transaction fee is $2.71. And I'm like, so every time that we've ever gone into the BMV and paid with a card in person, was there a transaction fee that nobody told us about? Because, one, that's kind of expensive, and two, it makes my stomach hurt. It just pisses me off, okay? Like, the BMV gets enough money. They are government and state funded. And you're telling me that this is one more thing we gotta pay because you can't handle that. Okay. Just things like this that makes me mad. I'm gonna go ahead and do it because I mean, and they even have a thing on here where it's like, do you want to pay by e-check? Why would I want to give you my... Oh my god. I don't like checks. They make me nervous because then I gotta wait around for the money to come out, which could be umpty-dump however long you get around to cashing it. I've been screwed over that way. So I just don't mess with checks. I was gonna pay this with a money order. I have a processing fee for that we get billed with. Somebody had to go to the bank and cash this, so you owe us like an extra $3. And like with this overage fee being like $15 for being late, I feel like this is one of those things that next year when we go in to pay stuff, they're gonna be like, oh, we overcharged you at one point. Here's $15 off your bill. Because we've had that happen. So we've been overcharged for something, and it's like, why can't you get your shit together, BMV? Okay, your job's not that hard. Set a price and go with it. Walmart don't overcharge me and then come back with a. Maybe they do overcharge me and we should. It's one of those adult things that just like pisses you off. Like, anyway, I'm done ranting. Saying the dumb thing. My kid's being very loud. I will talk to you guys later. So, at the end of using that like thing to pay rent, I guess like having your own like BMV, you know, call it your page, like you had to go in and like register, make an account, whatever, that's the word, make an account. Like at the end of doing all that and making a payment, it had a thing of like review your experience, because like I think this is a new thing and they're trying to make it better, which at this point in time you should be able to look at everybody around you and see what they're doing and get it right the first time. But after I paid, I had to take pictures. Like I could have printed it, but our printer's broken, and so I had to take pictures of my receipt and the little number because there was no option to email it to myself. And I'm like, what is this? You can't get your shit right. Like, and then, so yeah, they had a thing of like, review your experience. Let us know how we can make things better. So I got in there and I said, well, it'd be nice to email my receipt to myself. And then it had another page for like extra comments. And I was like, oh, for starters, $15 in late fees is pretty dang salty, especially when I'm only like 2 weeks late. Like that's not that, you know, if I was like 6 months late, okay. But like 2 weeks late, considering you give me like a month to come up with like $400 that really needs to go to other places. Like I said, I only paid for one car, but still. And then I also put in there, I was like, you know, like charging nearly $3 for a processing fee is extremely outdated and nobody else is charging that, especially when you're government run and people are paying you such high dollar prices. You know, like I just paid them like $89 for my registration. My other car is like pushing $300 for registration. And, you know, I'm sure people have higher registrations than that. Like, when people are paying you such high amounts and then you're like, by the way, I need like an extra $3 to process this because like I'm broke and like I can't pay for my credit card machine, like that's an issue. Okay, like that's an issue. You should be absorbing that price when someone is paying you such high dollar prices. Like the last time I seen a store charge for a processing fee on a credit card, and I remember when like processing fees were more normal and frequent. Like I remember, like maybe I'm dating myself, but like, and I was a kid, but like I remember seeing it. And the last time I remember really seeing a processing fee like would have been like my late teens, early 20s, because I was paying something with myself. I had like my own card, so I guess would have been at least 18, because I don't think you can get like a bank card until you're like 18 at least. Man, I remember being like 16, and if I needed money out of the bank, like I had to go to the bank to get money because like I couldn't have a card. Excuse me. So anyways, yeah, the last time I remember seeing a processing fee, it was something like they had notices up. And like I could almost get it if the BMV is like, if you're paying less than $5, we're going to charge you a $1 processing fee. Because like most people who go there to get, like I think the cheapest thing honestly that I'm aware of, unless maybe you're paying like a ticket, which I don't think you pay that with the BMV. I'm pretty sure you have to go through like a courthouse to pay a ticket. It's been a long time since I've had a speeding ticket. But I think like $25 for your license, your driver's license is probably like the cheapest thing that they do, is my assumption. I could be wrong. But I think I don't remember the last place it was that I seen it, but it was like a store or something. And they're like, we charge a $1 processing fee if you spend less than $5 on a credit card. Okay. That's a pretty low amount. I guess I understand that. But like, I'm paying you $89 and you're still going to charge me $275 for a processing fee? Like, I have to pay $115 every month to the hospital, and I pay with a card over the phone, and they don't charge me a processing fee. So, like, If they can do it, why can't you, BMV? Just irks me. I could have bought like 3 sodas with that, okay? Like, not that I need it, but like, doesn't the government take enough of our money? I think so. Hey guys, it's Thursday. Mr. Man back there got his finger pinched when we opened the door. I know. I thought you were done crying. I feel so bad for him. Like, he got a little scrape on his finger. He was like standing by the door and had his hand like on the door jamb, but like on the side. I went to open the door, and as I was opening it, like he stuck his finger in there and like scraped his finger up. I'm still not exactly sure how it happened. So we're heading to pick up my mom, and then we're gonna get lunch at Taco Bell, and then we're going to go to probably Walmart because we are doing, I think it's called Samaritan's Purse, and we are filling up shoe boxes with toys as gifts for children in need. I know, Nugget. Can you not see yourself? Is that the problem? So, I can leave a link to Samaritan's Purse down below if you want to see where in your area you can pick up a shoebox to fill, or for instructions to just do it on your own where you can drop it off. We do it, we're trying to make it into a tradition. We did it last year, we're doing it again this year. When Jelly Bean gets here next year, they will get a box of their own. We'll do one for each kid. So, it's always fun to fill it up and see what all we can fit in a box. And then we need to pick out a gift for my cousin's daughter, Allie, because her birthday is on Saturday. So I guess we will check in with you guys in a little bit. You guys, the demo guy showed up today, and he pretty much got the yard done. Like, now all that's left that needs to be completed is the stumps need to come out, which we feel like he's gonna give us flack on that. It was already a whole thing. Random guy going down the alley. So anyways, all that's left is like the stumps need to come out and the yard needs to get filled in. So if you're new to my channel and you don't know what's going on, because I know I've got several new subscribers, and I can leave links below, and I know my old subscribers are like, God, I'm tired of this. The end of last May, the house next door caught fire. I have videos on it. I can link them down below if you're curious and hearing more about what happened. It was rental property. Those folks caught it on fire. Kind of sums it all up right there. But anyways, my husband and I bought it because, again, if you're new and you don't know all this stuff, like, we inherited our house. It was my grandmother's house. But the yard is very, very tiny, and I can show you my yard. Like, it's tiny, tiny. So we got the opportunity to buy the house after the fire, but we had to buy it as is. We had to have it demolished, and it's been like a whole ordeal getting the construction guy out here to finish it, because he's just been like, oh, I'm gonna stand you guys up really quick because I was smart, brought the tripod. It's been an ordeal getting him out here. We don't really know exactly why it's been such an issue, because he started off really strong, and it's been like over 4 months at this point. He's given us, and I plan on doing a whole video talking about it. I think I've already mentioned this before, but he's given us like our mistake was not putting an in-by date in the contract. That was the first time we've ever had to deal with a contractor and having anything like this done. And he told us originally, I think he said he'd get it done in like a week. The whole thing done. House gone, debris gone, land filled in. And it was like a verbal agreement. And we said, okay, sounds good. And it wasn't in the contract, but we didn't think anything of it because everything else was in the contract. And he started off really good and kicking butt, and then he dropped down to showing up like once a week, and then he went like 3 weeks where he didn't come out at all, and now he started coming back out again, and he's finally finished it. But like, he left our property for the longest time. Like, we were like, why doesn't he come out? Because like there wasn't a lot out here. Like, he could get it done. Like, I think he's been out here. I'm gonna get on my knees. He went like 3 weeks without coming out. We had some really nice weather. He just didn't show up. After 2 weeks of not coming out, we got a hold of him. I was like, what's going on? Oh, I'll be there. Waited a whole other week to come out. Since then, he's probably come out 5 times. Today, he finished it. Other than the yard needing, like, the fill dirt brought in and the stumps being removed, he finished it. And before he stopped showing up for 3 weeks, like, he was already at that place where it's like 5 more trips and you'd be done, you know? And it's been probably, I'd say, every bit of 3 weeks since his 3-week hiatus. and it's taking him 5 more trips that he's spaced out over 3 weeks. So we were just, the whole time, we're kind of like, why? Oh, there's not much left. Why aren't you coming out and doing this? And so we have had words with him. We've had problems. The stumps we feel like are going to be an issue because he came out and started pulling the stumps in the back, which I can show you guys. And he got his chainsaw stuck in an old chain link fence that was grown into the stumps, which I will show you. We're like, how did you not know this was here? Because it's blatantly there. Like, it's very visible. Like, how did you not see the chain link? So, and then the one stump he removed, he was like, I did remove one stump. It looks like baby's first stump removal, and it's not even removed. He like chopped it down, kind of. It's a mess. In our contract, it says stump removal. And I think stump removal, I think like the full thing taken out of the ground. If I want tree cutting, I would ask you to saw it off into a stump. So we even told him, we said, well, thank you, sorry about your chainsaw, but like, you know, the next time you come out here with a backhoe or, you know, your equipment, can you rip it out by the roots? Like, that's what we wanted. The contract says stump removal. And he hasn't messed with them since then. And so we feel like we're going to end up having to butt heads on that. Anyways, I wanted to just show you guys what the yard is looking like. I'm so excited. Like, we already bought all the lumber to put a fence in. We can't put the fence up until the stumps are removed because the stumps square off with the garage. And that's exactly where the fence posts need to go. So, kind of wait around on him to get that done. And we don't have everything for the fence. We have the fence posts. We don't have the fencing itself. That's like the really expensive part. I mean, the posts were expensive, but the fencing is going to be extra expensive. But yeah, let me just go ahead and show you guys what the yard is looking like. Oh, I'm so excited. Like my current yard. This is the yard that comes with the house, okay? Like, we have all the way here to our neighbor's fence, and then it goes the length up to the street, okay? That's my yard, pretty much in a nutshell. There's a little bit in the front, not a whole lot. And then the same back here. Like, we have, all this used to be a sidewalk. We pulled all that out. Actually, we had the demo guy pull. My husband did half of it, and the demo guy did the rest. Anyways, we pulled all this out. All of this green patch, that's the rest of my yard. Here, and all the way back there, and where the trampoline's at. Like, that's my entire yard without what we bought. But then you have all the way here to, if you see these big ruts here, there was cement there that got pulled out. That's roughly where the property line is, somewhere around that area. And then we have all the way up through here to the street. So we're really, really, really excited. Things aren't wanting to clear. There's one of the stumps. It's so weird to think, like, right where the stump is where the house started. Like, that is so close to my house, right? Like, because this was right up against the wall of the house. That's my house. Like, you could fit a car there sideways, maybe. They were so close together. Like, that fire was terrifying, so close to my house. But, yeah, like, all the debris is pretty much gone. I mean, there's still little bits out here, but all of this is going to get buried. So not really worried about it. So there's, like, shards of glass here. Little things like that. So he capped off the sewer line underground. So that's awesome. And all this is really rooted down. Like, it really dips down here. So I know there's, like, a lot of little debris and stuff. But, I mean, you can see kind of where the line is, where everything drops. So all this is going to get filled in. And yeah, I'm really excited. And then back here, I can go ahead and show you guys what I was talking about with these tree stumps, because he's got 2 stumps here. He's got this stump, was like a bush thing. I don't think that'd be too hard to take out with a shovel. And then right there is another stump from a tree that caught fire during the house fire. So I kind of have like ideas back here. Once we have our fence up, like I want to like pose in front of my garage, maybe, you know, try to get the algae off the walls. But like for like clothing videos, I think I could stand back here and make it cutesy. We do have sidewalk back here, but it's so overgrown. Like, we've never really messed with this stuff. Everything back here is a mess. Like, because the property line, like, there's literally like maybe 2 inches here that's ours. Like, all of this was a mess. So we've got all this stuff back here, whatever that is. We need to haul that out, and all these like random pipes and things, old fencing. And then people bust bottles back here all the time, so that's lovely. Anyway, so here's baby's first tree stump. And as you can see, like, this is blatantly obviously there. Like, how do you get your your chainsaw stuck in that one is very obviously there. And then this one, you know, like they're blatantly there. And that one I wouldn't think would be too hard to pull, but even that one's got the old fencing in it. And then we have the old fence posts that we needed to take out. But like all of this, all the fencing that was here belonged to the neighbors, because like our yard is, this is like our fence post, and we had a gate here at one point, but it goes all the way down. My husband is home. We're gonna go do some Pokemoning stuff we're trying to do. We're trying to do this Halloween special event. Thumbs up if you're doing that too. Another random person in the alley. So many random people in the alley. Yeah, so we're gonna load up the boy. He didn't get much of a nap in. He slept for like 30 minutes in the car. So that meant I had to sit in the car for 30 minutes. That's like all the nap he got in. And he normally sleeps for like 2 hours, so. But anyway, I think my husband probably wants to come look at the yard real quick just to see, because it's so nice that it's finally done. But then we're gonna load up and go play Pokemon. I came down to the basement to find some gift wrap for Allie's birthday present. I save all kinds of gift wrap down here. I never have to buy any. And I found this old box full of photographs, and I found a picture of my grandpa. It doesn't have a date on it, just his name. Really old black and white photos, probably from like the 1920s at best, and possibly 1930s. I'm gonna guess 1920s. When I first seen that, and I'll insert a picture here, but when I first seen that, I was like, holy crap, that looks like Levi. I was like, oh my goodness. And of course my grandpa's a bit older here. I'd say he's probably 3 maybe, probably 4, possibly 5. I'm like, holy cow, like, do you guys see the resemblance? I mean, like I said, I'll put it in pictures, but I was just shocked. I didn't realize. I knew Levi favored me, and I favor my dad, and my dad favors his dad. Very strong genes there. So it's not surprising, but I was just kind of surprised to see that, and the way his ears stick out. Like, I never realized his ears stuck out like that. And it was kind of shocking to see that. And it would have been nice to see him smiling, because Levi's always smiling. I was trying to compare pictures of my grandpa and Levi, but my grandpa was kind of abused as a kid. Didn't have, I guess his mom like pushed him downstairs and stuff. It was a mess. So I guess it's not surprising that he wasn't smiling in the picture, considering his childhood. But I don't know, I seen that and I was just kind of surprised. I just wanted to, I don't know, tell you guys about it. It was kind of neat to see. Good morning, you guys. It is Friday. I'm in the same hoodie I've pretty much worn all week. I've worn it like 3 times. So I need to shower, and then we need to go grocery shopping. I need to edit videos and post videos because I am so far behind on that. And then this evening, the local college, Indiana University, is putting on a Halloween event. We went to it last year, and it was so cool. Like, it was really good. My son really enjoyed it. Definitely gonna do it again this year. There was an event we went to last year that was hosted by some local business. They rented out the convention center, but it was horrible. Like, it was literally just a place for other businesses to come and set up booths and hand out a ton of flyers. Like, my son hardly got any candy. It was supposed to be like a trick-or-treat event, like this one at the not community college, at the university. Not at Indiana University. I can't talk this morning. At Indiana University is a trick-or-treating event for kids. The one at the convention center last year, and they had it again this year, was also a trick-or-treat event for kids, and businesses were supposed to come out with candy for kids, and then, you know, they could give you their business card. But like, my son hardly got any candy, and we got like a ton of like, here's a coupon for a free kids meal when you buy like 2 adult meals, and like, here's our business card, and like, and it was insanely packed. We had to stand outside for like half an hour. It was spitting snow, freezing cold. It just wasn't a good time. So not doing that one this year. And they like really hyped it up too. They're like, this is gonna be fantastic. And it was awful. And they're hyping it again this year. And we're like, no, you got us last year, not doing it again this year. But the event at the university was really cool, really nice. Levi had a lot of fun. The key to that one is getting there early. because when you get in early, there's no lines. When you wait, like when we were leaving, it was packed with people, like in line. Lines were still moving fairly quickly, but so we're gonna try to get there like right when it opens. So anyways, I just wanted to show you guys what we picked out for the Samaritan's Purse Christmas Operation Christmas Child. And so one of the things I need to do is I have to fill this out, but you cut this out, you choose a boy or a girl, and it's got a few different age groups, like you have 2 to 4, 5 to 9, or 10 to 14. And so I did the age group of 2 to 4. I guess 5 to 9 would probably be okay with that as well. So I just thought I'd show you guys what all I got to put in my my Christmas shoebox. And again, I'll have information listed below for Samaritan's Purse if you guys want to fill a shoebox as well. But I'm trying to start this as a tradition for Levi and also for Jelly Bean for next year, where, you know, we do this every year and we pack a Christmas box to give to a child in need. So some things that are like suggested and our church really, you know, wants you to try to put in here is like hand towels, soaps, toothbrushes. They had testimonials last year from children who grew up getting this. And one of them, I think, lived in Russia in an orphanage, and he made a comment how they had one toothbrush to share between him and like 10 other boys growing up. And to us, we're like, that's disgusting. And to them, that was just daily life and normal. So there's just some things you're supposed to like include, but then also like some toys. So I got a little loofah here. Got a baseball with some fun coloring to it. Little thing of Play-Doh. I have 2 mystery cars. So those are always kind of fun. Oh, my toddler's seen those. I know, those are for the kid we're helping out this year. You have like 500,000 cars. It's true, you do. And then this was kind of neat. It's a play tape, but you roll it out and it makes like a car track. So they can make a car track wherever they want to make a car track. We got a toothbrush and it's supposed to light up. I'm not sure how. My mom got it to light up. She packed a box for a little girl. I did a box for a little boy. Got the same toothbrush. Hers was pink. And somehow or other, it's supposed to light up. I don't know, but toothbrush, puppy dog pals. There's 2 mystery puppies inside. Levi got one of these yesterday and loved it. He's been playing with it on and off since yesterday. Bar of Dove soap. Okay, so I also got a box of little toy dinosaurs here. A little activity thing. I can't open it. Yes, say no, Nugget. Yes. Car. You have a truck or a train? That Thomas a train? Or one of his friends? So this like is taped, so you can't really open it. But it comes with like markers and coloring pages. And the last thing in here is a hand towel. So, you know, just some like ideas if you guys decide you want to do this. And go ahead and pack this back up real quick. And then we also had to get a birthday present for my cousin's daughter. Truck. You good? So we had to get a birthday present for my cousin's daughter. So I'll show you guys what we got her really quickly. We got her a thing of sparkly Play-Doh and it has little cookie cutters. And then she likes Paw Patrol, so we got her a little Paw Patrol set there. So that's everything I bought yesterday when I went shopping with my mom. And she's turning 3, which is crazy. And I know the bag says baby on it, but it's cute, it's girly. And it's what I had in the basement. I don't buy gift wrap unless I have to. Like, I save all the gift wrap that people give me, like, as far as the bags go. And the tissue paper a lot of times. I will also save the tissue paper. So whenever somebody has a birthday or Christmas, I try to use whatever I have on hand in the basement before I go out and buy gift bags and tissue paper. Because I'm hella cheap. And most people throw it away. Or they keep it. My mom keeps it, which is where I learned it. So her and I give gift bags back and forth a lot. Yes, I know. Plus, gift bags are just so expensive. Like, somebody spends $5 on a gift bag for you and you're just going to throw it away. Like, keep it. Trust me, you will use it if you have a place to store it. So, yeah, that is it for right now. I guess I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. So Levi just got a little bit of mail, came in yesterday. I didn't check the mailbox. It's from his cousin Austin. So we're gonna go inside and read that really quickly. That was really sweet. As you guys might know, McDonald's has been doing like Pokemon, and Austin is super into like Pokemon cards. So Levi has gotten like 2 Pokemon cards, and we mailed them to Austin because I live like the next town over. It was just easier to mail it to him than to hang on to it for a month. So looks like Levi, we addressed it to Austin from Levi. So we're gonna go show Levi his first piece of mail. Come here, Austin sent you a letter. Do you want to read it? It says, to Levi from Austin. Dear Levi, thank you for the Pokemon cards. It was really thoughtful of you. They were pretty good cards. I got a Dratini and an Eevee. I really like the Pokemon cards. Thank you. That was very nice. Love, your cousin Austin. That was your first letter. That was kind of fun to read. Some misspelled words. Little kid writing. It's so cute. I'll have to show that to my husband when he gets home because that's his nephew by blood. That's his brother's kid. So that was kind of cute. So we just finished up at Aldi. I'll do a little mini grocery haul when I get back home because I didn't get a whole lot. It's like $60 worth of stuff. I mean, it's still decent. Probably couldn't get that much stuff at Walmart for $60. Now we're gonna head over to Kroger because Kroger has the free Friday. If you guys have a Kroger, like, you should definitely download their app. Get yourself a Kroger's card. They're free to sign up for. And every Friday they give out like a free item and you have like a month to go claim it. So I have last week's free Friday item, which is like a Reese bar and then a Reese cup thing. And then today's free Friday item is a pork chorizo. I think it's like a Mexican style pork, like ground pork. So we've never tried it. So we'll give it a go. It's free. Why not? Maybe we'll like it. When I was here in Aldi's, like as I was like bagging my stuff up, I overheard an older lady talking to the cashier lady about Levi, and it just kind of irked me. Like I couldn't really hear what she was saying, but I could hear the cashier lady's response, and she's like, "Yeah, I have 3-year-olds, and you know they're allowed to." And the older lady said something else, and then the cashier said, "Yeah, but I get on them for it." And that just kind of irked me a little bit because, like, I mean, we're working with Levi, like, he's 2, which she doesn't know how old he is. But, like, he's just a loud child. He just is. We work with him. We go, shh, you know, you need to bring it down, inside voice, cover his mouth, like, we're trying. And he's learning, but he's just naturally very loud and boisterous and chatty and talkative and animated, and he's excited. It's not like he was upset screaming. He was just super chatty and chittery and very loud, and loud squeals, and they're all very happy sounds, but they're very loud. And I understand that a lot of people like aren't used to that. I get that. I'm used to it. Obviously he's my child. But it just kind of stung a little bit because it kind of like the way the lady said, "Yeah, but I get on my kids about it," kind of like implied that I wasn't getting on him, and like I was. I did. You might not have noticed it, but I do. And it's irksome, a little aggravating and irksome, you know, like mothers need to stand together. We're all just trying our best. Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna head on over to Kroger, and then when we get back home, I will show you my little mini grocery. Just got to Kroger, and on the way here, I nearly seen / was almost involved in a car accident. Oh my god, like the kind of thing that would just like put your heart in your throat, and now my stomach kind of feels sick. Like the oncoming lane, like the car is right next to me, oncoming lane Like it was, how do I say this? Okay, there was 2 lanes of cars heading west. I was westbound in the far left lane. Then there are 2 lanes of cars, wait, I'm heading east, sorry. There's 2 lanes of cars heading west, and there was a pickup truck in the far right lane, so right next to me, well, coming towards me. And somebody in the far left lane, for that lane, decides to speed up and cut in front of the pickup truck, some older lady, probably in her 50s. And, oh my God, I thought for sure she did not have enough space to get in front of this pickup truck, and that she was going to slap the front end of the pickup truck with the back end of her car. Like, and I just seen it play out in my head with how fast they were coming and how I was coming, that like, if that happened, there was a very good chance that she would spin into my lane and I would hit her. It was just, and maybe it wouldn't have worked out like that. Like, maybe if they had a hit, it wouldn't have happened like that. But I just feel like with how fast they were going, she would have ended up in my lane if they had connected. And there was nothing I could do because I had cars next to me. So all I could do when I seen this happening was slow down, because I was like, at least I can reduce the impact. Like, it's one of those things that just, like, if I could get a hold of that lady, I would throttle her. Like, don't be. Finished up at Kroger. Levi is having a Reese's Pieces candy bar back there. He's trying to figure out the caramel, I think. I'll probably regret giving that to him in his car seat, but thought I'd make him happy and quiet so I can talk. The pork chorizo, much smaller than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like a big fat roll of like sausage, and it's not. If you guys have any suggestions on how to cook pork chorizo, let me know. Like I said, I've never cooked it myself. I don't think I've ever had it. Maybe I've had it at like a Mexican restaurant and didn't realize it, but to my knowledge, I've never had it. So while I was in there looking for the pork chorizo, I'm trying to choose my words carefully because what I want to say would be very highly offensive. There was a man on one of the little motorized buggies, and let's just say he was one of those people where you're like, do you really need the buggy, or are you just really lazy? Because he was a very overweight man, but he wasn't what I mean, he probably counts as morbidly obese, but like, he wasn't so obese that like I would think couldn't walk, you know? Like, you can probably walk, okay? Like, I'm a fatty and I can walk. Like, you know, he could probably walk. And the way my Kroger is set up is that, and maybe yours is like this too, when you go back to the meat department, you have like a wall of like the meat type stuff and deli stuff, and it runs like the length of the store almost. And then you also have like your main aisleway that connects like all the other aisles. And between like the meat area and the aisleway, you have bunkers, or, you know, small coolers full of items you can pick up. Well, today at least, between every single bunker, the store had like pallets full of boxes of stuff that they were loading onto the shelves. So you either got on the main aisle or you got on the aisle along the wall of the lunch meat and deli stuff, and there wasn't like a whole lot of going in between. But there was one spot I was coming up on where you could deviate off the path if you needed to. And I'm heading straight. I'm trying to find the chorizo. I want to be in the deli / meat coolers. That's where I want to be. And this man pulls his little buggy right in front of me, and just like right in front of me, like not even lined up to go down the line, like just pulls it like this, like right in front of me. And I just sit there and look at him, and he's just, I don't know what he's doing, sitting there, and he looks at me and goes, "Oh, sorry, I don't know which way I need to go," and continues to sit there. And it's like, well, fuck me. It's not like I'm trying to go straight or anything. It's okay. I'll go around your ass and figure out how to get back over into that area that you just blocked me off from. Because as I mentioned, like, all the bunkers, all the space between the bunkers that's normally for getting in and out of the space is full of boxes. So I'll just have to go all the way down, you know, a few more bunkers, hop over here and go in the opposite direction of traffic because you need to sit there a minute. It's one of those things that just ticks me off. Like, you could have parked anywhere in the store. You didn't have to park there. And when you seen me, like, the nice thing to happened to do it, been like, oh, sorry, and backed your buggy up so I could continue. Not to sit there and be like, I don't know which way I'm going. I don't know, I'm gonna sit here. You can sit here too. That's cool. Like, I hate people. I'm not a people person. I'm not. I don't like people. I don't. I don't. I don't. Okay, so time for the little mini grocery haul I promised you. We have some green grapes. These look very nice and plump. Some bananas, still a little bit green. Some of the Clancy's Ranch Dorito chips. Some of the Clancy's pretzels. These have been amazing during my pregnancy. Like, anytime I have any, like, nausea, these are just kicking it in the butt. I don't know. I'm like, where were these with my first pregnancy? Because those are just doing it for me. And this looked good. It's also the Clancy's brand, and it's a honey wheat pretzel stick. So I thought we'd give those a go. In this bag, we have some little tomatoes for my little man. He is our tomato eater. We have 2 things of pasta sauce, pastas and sauce for cheese. 2 of these. They just looked good and they were like 60 cents, so I was like, sure, why not? They can use them as a side. Whatever. It's that pork chorizo I was telling you guys about. Got 2 things of mesquite turkey breast. These are really good. They even have like the little like seasoning all around the edges. It's so gross outside and rainy. I don't know if you guys can see this because there's definitely not enough light in here. But it's like all the seasoning around the edges of the lunch meat. And then some Munster cheese. Got a thing of pepperoni. My husband has a recipe he wants to make. Put the oven light on. Maybe that'll help a little bit. And then I also picked him up some hard salami. He loves this for lunch meat sandwiches. Got some honey mustard because we go through honey mustard like crazy. And then some cheese sticks, just look good for snacking on. And then some provolone cheese slices. Then I got 2 things of mozzarella shredded cheese. And then I got 2 things of the Colby Jack shredded cheese. Next package in here has our Mama Cozy's thin crust cheese pizza. I think me and Levi might eat this for lunch today. So I'm gonna get the oven going. How long do these go in for? What does the instructions say? 400 degrees. I wish they'd bring back the Mama or the Clancy's pizza because they were, 1, they came in a cardboard box, which is more environmentally friendly versus wrapped in plastic. And number 2, they're considerably cheaper. And we'd buy 2 or 3 of those to keep on hand for lunches throughout the week. Well, those I get 1 pizza because they're like $3. Got a thing of cheesy skillet dinner mix. It's a Philly cheesesteak style. My husband loves Philly cheesesteak. I'd never seen this before. It's in all these like back aisle where they have like random stuff they don't carry regularly. So I thought we'd give this a go because we probably never see it again. Got 3 cans of SpaghettiOs. 2 cans of spaghetti sauce. This is the mushroom spaghetti sauce. Got some biscuits, the jumbo flaky biscuits, and some sloppy Joe sauce, and some Parmesan cheese. The last things in here are some muffins. I got the chocolate chip muffins and the blueberry muffins. We got these with our last like big grocery haul we did not last week, 2 weeks ago. And we really liked them, so I picked some up for today. But our last grocery haul 2 weeks ago, we got enough stuff to last us for 4 weeks versus just like a few things. So I also got milk and apple cider that's already in the fridge. I really just went to the store for milk, lunch meat, cheese, and a couple things my husband asked me to get, like pepperonis. Got more than that. But I spent about $60 on everything I just showed you except for the chorizo. That was free from Kroger for the Kroger Friday. Again, download the Kroger app, get yourself a Kroger card. You will thank yourself. We've gotten tons of free stuff, and sometimes it's little things like a candy bar. That's what it was last week, which Levi was eating in the back seat of my car. And then this week it's like chorizo, which is meat. Meat tends to be expensive. So, and then other times it's like, you know, like rice meals that can be as a side dish. you know, something like this, like a hamburger helper. Like, I mean, I've never had the hamburger helper. Like, they've never done that as a free Friday, but they've had things like that, you know, skillet meal or whatever. So, yeah, like, you will be glad you downloaded it. It's really nice.
You Gecko? Gecko! Cheese! No cheese? You're welcome.
So we just finished doing the trick-or-treat at the university. Levi had a lot of fun, but he's hungry and definitely ready to go home and eat dinner. It was really nice. I think we got in even faster this year, like got in and got out, but they have like such a great system. Like we had to wait in a little bit of lines. We were there like probably half an hour tops maybe. I think we got there like right before 6 o'clock, and I was surprised they let everybody in. It's like 6:16 now, and it was supposed to start at 6. We got there at like 5:55, and they were already letting people in. And yeah, we got right in. He hit up all the booths, got his treats, and we left. They had a balloon lady, and last year we let him get a balloon. He thought it was like the coolest thing ever, but you had to pay like $1, and we forgot to bring cash, so we just didn't do that one this year. Have to remember for next year. But he got to meet the university mascot, which is a cougar, and the guy was dressed up in his you know, mascot uniform. It was all furry and fuzzy, and he thought it was the coolest thing. I wasn't sure how he would react. We've never done the Easter Bunny. We've done Santa Claus, and that's been fine, but I wasn't sure how he'd react to it. But he took right to the guy, was giving him high fives, just like loved him. So, but he did really good. He had a lot of fun. He was able to like go to the booths this year by himself. Last year he was like, you know, like a year and some change, and so we had to like really carry him around. He didn't really understand what was going on. And this year he was able to like take the candy, put it in his bucket. It was really great. And I didn't film a ton in there, but it's one of those moments where like I just want to be present with my child. You know, like I want to film a little bit for you guys, but like I really want to be there to experience this through his eyes, you know? So anyways, husband is getting a movie. We're sitting at family video. I'm not sure what he's getting. Then we're gonna go home and have leftover potato soup for dinner. I need to put my clothes into the dryer for work tomorrow. And so I guess I will catch up with you guys on Halloween next Wednesday.